Hi guys, I'm here with Ellie. She is our 10-month-old. She is in our board and train. And before she came to training, the long line is dragging leaves and it's so loud. I love long lines for safety, but sometimes they can just be a pain. Anyway, she couldn't be off leash prior to coming to us. Very sweet, friendly dog, submissive to both dogs and people. Very friendly girl, but did not listen. And when you have a dog who does not listen, even if they're the friendliest dog in the world, it limits what you can do with them. So yes, she's friendly, but we can't take her anywhere. We can't walk her nicely. We can't have her off leash, right? So it's like, oh great, she's great in the living room on the couch. And even then, her owner said she wasn't affectionate at all before training with them. And we've seen a much more affectionate side now that we've started the training, which I predicted. Anyway, Ellie is out with me. We're hands-free. As you can hear and see, we're dragging the long line, but I'm not using it. So on days 1 and 2, we had a couple runaway attempts from Ellie, which we corrected and then taught her the recall. Notice the pattern there. We corrected the runaway attempts and then we taught her the recall. I am seeing a lot of dogs come here from other places who have been through entire board and trains and they still can't be off leash and they were taught recall. And I think it's because they are never allowing the dog to try to run away. This is why we do long line work. Correct that mindset, correct that action, then teach the recall. By not correcting that and only teaching the recall, yeah, your dog knows it, but they're still gonna wanna run away. So you have to bring things full circle, and that's exactly what we call state of mind training. We are teaching the dog to be more of a follower and not in the mindset of, oh, I know recall, but I still want to run away. And we're seeing it so often. We just sent a dog home 2 weeks ago, Fritz, been through an e-collar board and train, still couldn't be off leash. It's mind-boggling to me. Anyway, I'm out with Ellie. We're working on that heel. She likes to push ahead, maybe an inch or two. So I wanted to make this video and show you how I like to clean that up. Because a lot of people say, oh, my dog's pushy too, right? Okay, so not bad. She just learned. We're still working on it. I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you how I use the e-collar to keep my dog not so pushy and keep my dog behind me on the walk. All right, so that entire talking video, I really wasn't using the remote because I was looking at the camera, but I'm really impressed at how she's holding herself accountable for being in this spot right here. If you think about the heel command, picture it as a strike zone in baseball. So anything outside the strike zone would be pressure and then guide back if needed. I like the dogs to be a little bit behind me. I like their ears to be nice and back, because if their ears are straight up, it's like an antenna to the outside world. They're paying attention to everything but you. And I like them obviously to be at my left side, following my left leg, nice and calm. So one thing I like to do is the speed up and slow down. So you're gonna play around with some pace changes. Got some clicks there. I'm at an 10 because I don't want her nose to go to the ground while we're healing. Once I release her, she can go sniff to her heart's content. But if you try to mix the two, you're gonna find that the sniffing leads to pulling, leads to barking. And now the walk is a total disaster for you. So, pace changes. I like to speed up on purpose. Tap my tone, she'll speed up with me. And then I'm going to abruptly slow down. Good. As I press and hold, if she goes past me, good. Good girl. And then I'm going to repeat it. So speed up. Good girl. And then I abruptly slow down. Good. Keeps her right there with me. What a good girl. Notice all of this is hands-free. So after that little move I just taught you, she should feel more in tune. Because she's like, oh my gosh, if I'm not staying in this exact spot, I'm going to make a mistake and then I get corrected. And when I am in this spot, I'm saying, good girl, I'm getting praise, and life is good. Now, if she starts lagging behind, beep, 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 she closes the gap. This is such a great way to walk a dog. I've got her her long line attached to my waist, so I truly am hands-free. Let's do some stay and recall work. Sit, Good. Again, her listening like this, that wasn't happening on day one. We would tell her to sit and she would just sort of look around. She didn't think she had to listen to us. Stay. Good girl. This is our foundation, so it's really strong by this point. Ellie, come. Good girl. Sit. Oh my goodness, good girl. Stay. Break.